Hey guys, Logan here. Pardon the tinfoil, but I'm dyeing my beard right now. If you want to look as fabulous as I do, it takes some work. I know, I'm beautiful, aren't I? Anyway, so tonight we're just doing a little basic video about changing a pinion. And of course there'll be some other tips and tricks on the way. I don't know if anybody out there, like if you want to swap out for your speed gear that your armor came with or something like that. Just gonna go over the basics on that. So anyway, let's get started. So obviously I've got my hobby Wing Max 6 G2 set up in here with the big old monster 4990. So there's our connectors out of the way, and then come on you. And a zip tie. And here we can just get the ESC unbolted. Oh, no, not that one. Make sure you don't take out the servo screw on accident here. It's not hard to do. And I just got, you know what? You guys don't have that kind of time, do you? Let's do this the easy way. And got a monster on here. He's on a 3.5 or 4.5, whatever. I think they're 4 mil socket head bolts. This is what you want to use to hold your motor down. Don't use those stock armor ones, the button heads. They will strip, I guarantee it. It's a matter of time. Obviously, you got a little bit of Loctite on that one, but there that goes. So, I ran this thing the first time I had it with a 18-tooth pinion, and I had like 0 problems with heat. But now that I'm running a smaller one, it's starting to get a little bit warm, so we're going to change that out. Yeah, I got it's an 18 on there right now. We're going to a 19, so that's 1 tooth up. Not a big deal, but hopefully it'll bring the temp down just a little bit. And RPMs are a little high too right now. We're running like right around 100, doing insane top speed blast with the turbo. Any questions on what kind of settings I'm running, go ahead and comment below. So, shrink wrap on the wires for sensors. This is hopefully going to help out a little bit with not kinking that wire, because apparently that's what happened to my old one. What happened is I started getting readings that were like insane. Like as soon as I'd start driving it, it'd go from like 30 to 300 degrees on the temp for the motor. So anyway, just a little extra protection here, keep this thing from kinking and binding and stuff. Hopefully this will help. It's not the greatest place to put it for an armor car, but that only goes. Also, as far as gearing goes, this thing has the stock spurger on it. Nice smooth drivetrain there. Just had to replace a couple bent axles. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna try it. Gotta have either the perfect wrench to do this, or a little bit of heat and the perfect wrench. I don't know why they make these set screws so chintzy, because every time you tighten one, it strips just a little bit. So what are you gonna do? Anyway, yeah, forget that. All right, so we're gonna put soldering iron on. See if this works. So soldering iron right on the screw. Let's get it nice and ripping hot, and pray that it busts loose like it just did. Oh god, you're lucky on that one. Trust me, that sucker is tight. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to change them out every single time. Let's get this iron out of here now that we're done using it. These things just, I don't know, they're crap. They don't ever work really good. Yeah, they always strip out, and I don't know, of course they don't want to come off. Look, got the screw out, but, Alright, it's still pretty hot too, that's probably why. Just let that cool over there somewhere. Okay, so a couple little things. So got a pretty good set screw there, but what I did is I took an extended set screw that was really good. I put a nut on it and then put it in the grinder just to grind it down so it's not too long, so it doesn't hit the housing for the motor mount. And because I put it in the screw, when you back it back out of the screw, it makes sure the threads are cleaned up, so that when you put it in your pinion, You're all good. This might not be enough trim. I may have to trim this some more. So like I said, if you got those nice long set screws, and I like them because the wrench goes all the way down into them so that you get a lot more bite. Where did that nut go? There it is. Get a lot more bite on your screw so that, or, you know, in the screw so that you don't have as many problems with stripping possibly. So yeah, just set it where you want and just grind that little nub off there. All right. Okay, ladies and jelly spoons. So, it needs to be about that short roughly to get clearance on your motor mount, because it pretty much needs to be all the way down in there when you hit it. But another advantage of trimming the set screw, not only do you have a deeper hole to put your Allen in order to prevent stripping, is that your end now is like a little knurled and kind of beat up, which is preferable. So, as required, a little bit of blue there. And if you guys know a better way to do this, by all means, let me know. I'm not a guru or anything. I just know some old tricks from back in the day when I used to race, and I know some new tricks from the last year and a half I've been doing this. So get that bad boy all the way on there, good and snug. And there we go. Don't forget to drop stuff. Dropping stuff is always very important. Okay, so here's another little thing we're going to do. We're going to try to make this motor a little more comfortable on hard landings. Now, I know you can buy those little motor braces and all that kind of stuff, and whatever. But if you can do something for free, do it for free. Right? Garbage can right there. Okay. So, motor's going to come out to about right there. In the chassis, so I know where it's going to be. 6 of our double-sided tape here. And I'm just going to make a little. That's probably way too much. Now, let's hope this double-sided tape is going to be friendly, which probably won't. All right, finally got that done. So I'm going to put up like a couple little pieces there in the middle. See, we're not all brilliant at this. It just kind of works sometimes. But this should keep the motor from slapping into the chassis. Give you a little cushion for the pushing. I've got a couple of those aftermarket motor saver doodads, but they're all for little motors, not this big old honking half soda can thing I got in here. Careful with razor blades, by the way. I just took a big chunk. Well, I didn't take a chunk out. I cut a big slot into my finger the other day, and it's feeling pretty good. What do you think about that? Yeah, went right down that way from this. So, got a big lump there, but I think it's gone away. Anyway, if you're a doctor, reply in the comments. So, let's get our motor in there. Well, first, let's get a little blue in the hole. On occasion, clean the Loctite off before you apply new Loctite, because this stuff does tend to screw itself over. So slide that in. Get our mesh close here. Screws, you can sometimes just wipe them down and get the Loctite off. And a big old honking wrench. And there's that guy. And that's a little loose. It's a little tight. Or just a hair of play. Yep. Keeps moving when I tighten it. That's armma for you. Oh, that's really bad, actually. I have to really throw it in there. Throw it until it's way over tight. Got it, actually. So yeah, new trick, right? Put your motor in as hard as you can. Time to tighten the bolts down. It'll be good on the mesh. All right. So now we can put our ESC back on. And oh yeah, this is the stock armma mount for the ESC, by the way. I just drilled some small holes in it to mount the hobby wing, and then countersunk them with a bigger drill bit. So just make sure you don't use too long of a screw going into the hobby wing, because they don't like it. The dimensions for the screw size you can use to mount it are in the instructions. All right, so there is that. And our power wire here, our ABC. Right here, yeah, A. Go over here, like so. Is this a straight line? Probably should have done that before I mounted the ESC, huh? Oh, there we go. And then B. And then C. Alright, now for our sensor, I'm going to go the easiest route possible. It's probably going to be just how I had it. Just like that. Just put a couple wire ties on it, and also on these. Question if anyone wants to comment on it. M2C drive shafts, right? I mean, obviously, super beefy, super awesome. Ever have any problem with shearing heads off them? Got the front one right here. You can see, sheared the pin right off the end. And I just did this earlier, backflip practice. Sheared both ends off of a rear M2C drive shaft. However, I don't know, for all I know, they make the pins soft so you don't blow the whole shaft. Possibility. So there's that. So that is essentially done. Check our play here. Perfect, just a tiny bit of play. Oh, here's another mod that's pretty cool. This is a Mojave rear bumper with that big old spring that the Mojave has. Makes it perfect for screwing up jumps. If you land on your butt sometimes, grab one of them. So, get the side guard back on. And there it is. Get the Miga Wiga. Ugga Dugga, whatever the hell. The Widget Did You. Did you bring your thing, Widget Did You? And that is that. So, grab a discharged battery here just for fits and schniggles. Yeah, it's a little rough, but it's used. It's got worn teeth on it. So, there you go, kiddos. Ladies and jelly spoons, that is how you change the pinion on your armma 6S vehicle. Also, add a little support for your motor there and not screw up your hobby wing sensor cord. And look absolutely fabulous while doing it. So if there's anything else you guys want comments on or advice or want to tell me I'm a butthole or whatever, leave it in the comments. And if it don't go, send it.
Nice.